Hello everyone and welcome to today's session. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Namaskar. It's a glorious moment to extend my warm wishes on behalf of Muslim Industrialist Association. Also, before we could begin this seminar, I would like to express my gratitude to all who sincerely committed to attend all the previous 5 sessions and make this event a success. The Startup Entrepreneurship Seminar series would have been impossible without your support of each and everyone who are present here. Well, today we have come to an end of the Startup Seminar series. If you want to know what's next, stay till until the end for the exciting announcements. We believe all the 5 series has brought in some clarity in you and your business the way you do. Also, you will have an opportunity to submit your text questions for today's presenter by typing your questions into the chat box. You may send your questions anytime during the presentation. We will collect all these and address them during the Q&A sessions at the end of today's presentation. And do you know, it's impossible to run one-man show as per me. If you also agree, come to the chat box and type yes. So I have a wonderful team with me, and I would like to give a quick brief about my team who supported me to come up with these amazing sessions. The project head, the man himself, an entrepreneur since 3 decades and running a successful ventures in manufacturing industry, hospitality industry, and the need of an achievement. None other than our founding secretary of MIA, Mr. Mir Abdul Hafiz. We welcome you, sir. And to support, we have Mr. Zubair of Z Weddings Events, who are the renowned wedding planners in town as an event coordinator for the Startup Entrepreneurship Seminar Series. Then next, we have Mr. Mas, who is from Ali Islamic Matrimony as an operation head for Startup Entrepreneurship Seminar Series. And by now, you already know me. I am Safina Nas, your host and moderator of the day, psychologist, educationalist, and at the same time, I'm a founder of SANS International. We are into study abroad services, and our services are spread across 28 different countries. I'm associated with more than 480 plus universities. Do you all know why are we connecting today? As I told you that we are coming to an end of the series. Do you know why are we connecting today? If you know why we are connecting today, please come to the chat box and type why we are connecting today. If you know why are we connecting today, yes, branding. Yes, to learn some new about branding. Branding. Yes, I see a lot of people who are saying that branding. And I have a question for all of you. As we all know that we are connecting today for a branding. So what is branding? Have you ever wondered why companies like Apple, Dell, Airtel, Uber, Airbnb, and many such companies are so easily identified in the sea of advertisement? Does anyone know the essence of branding and why these companies are so easily identified in the sea of advertising industry? Promotion, okay. I would want participate to come to the chat box and type, yes, branding is the heart of a business. Amazing. Yeah, so they have a unique branding. Okay, cool. So to learn the basics of branding, we are going to have an eminent presenter, Mr. Jilani MKHH, who is an alumnus of IIM and with the advanced management program and a global management from Barcelona, Spain. And he is also a gold medalist in PGD marketing management, and his total experience in the industry is 30 years. He's known as a corporate coach, transformational coach, senior management for all the CXOs for a various IT, manufacturing service, education, and banking and international finance industries. And so far, he has led 200 over workshops in 30 years and mentored so many companies in creation of a leadership, innovation, and commercialization of the patents for the startups and entrepreneurship. And he's presently a founder director of a business forum, an upcoming worldwide B2B platform under a recognition of BRICS Alliance. And he's also a director of a Hindustan Mines and Minerals Private Limited for Tanzania and in East Africa. He's a founder trustee of Kalam Charitable and Education Trust, Board of Advisory for Indian Investments for Sohar-Free Zone Sultanate of Women. And he's also a mentor for various established companies which are listed in BSE, the companies like Birla Group, the Rifa Group, and the Bitco of Kuwait. He's also in a various committees of a Ministry of Innovation of IT and BT and the government segment. So over to you, sir. We are very excited to learn about the basics of branding.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, very much.
Thank you very much, Safina. Good evening. Namaskar. Assalamu alaikum to all. I think we had a great webinar series.
But there's echo in your voice.
Yeah, I'm just. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, now it should be clear.
Yeah.
So I'll be sharing the screen. Yes. We had a great time, almost 2 months. We have been running every week webinar series for startups. And we are happy to get the response from many startups and idea companies which are just in the ideation phase, and also companies and startups which are already existing, which are almost like 1 year, 2 year, and 3 years. We had a fantastic response, and most of it, what we have seen is the startups have a challenge. The challenges what we spoke about was majorly on design thinking. Then we looked into the opportunities. We looked into the business canvas. I'll run through for 2-3 minutes the old workshop sessions, what we had. A major problem what we see is we do not have the brand names or the organization names which are in sync with the markets and the customers. We have a desire here of reaching and making it a big brand. But parallelly, we don't have the ingredients of our own brand to reach that level. Yes, we were talking about the value proposition, what product or service we are giving. But what is that we are going to name that product or service? Branding is a sort of a science where before, when a small baby is born, there's a lot of logic and science for giving a name to the baby. The same way in business, a new startup or a company or a brand is like a baby. There are a lot of challenges in creating the new brand name or giving that new company or a product or a service or a startup a new brand name. So today we will look in how we can be successful in creating these brand names. That's the basic thing which we can start off. I will run through these. This is a disclaimer. Today's webinar 6 is the last of the series of the first phase. And as we move forward, we'll be looking in to various specialization webinars, more on finance, on operations, on social media, on further in detail on branding, on how to get into valuations, how to pitch for the funding. So we will get into details from the next month onwards. Now, today's session, we are looking into the basics of creating a successful brand name. Now, we had an opportunity to see a lot of startups from ideation to creation. In fact, in a period of 2 months, what we have seen from the time we started the first webinar till today, we have a lot of startups who have ideated it, created it, and started even the implementation of their startups. We have a huge success stories, many success stories with us, where entrepreneurs have started and they have also gone into commercial production within a period of 2 months. That's the spirit where complete 24/7 these boys have been working on, and these are the ones which inspire us to move further. Now, the webinar series will also continue with a lot of funding and also mentoring for the startups. Now, the recap for the webinar 1, yes, that's on ideation and design thinking. Very important. We have many ideas coming every hour, and that's how we move from the ideation stage to a development funnel, wherein we have many options, then we filter them, then we move to the business plan canvas, and then we get into the business plan and then launch. Now, design thinking is a very important factor, wherein design thinking, the focus is this time is more on the brand name. Yes, we are creating human-centric and more empathetic products and services. We are looking into the customer's pain points, but on the other side, we need to see that we have a customer-friendly brand name. Now, why design thinking? Many new businesses fail. Starting a business or a startup is a lot harder than most of us think. Very rarely business is in tune with the customers. Every month, 3+ crore new businesses start in our country. I'm repeating this because let it get into the head, the importance of planning and branding. Less than 2 years, 30% die. Less than 5 years, 30% die. 25% stand for 15 years and die. 15% make it big, more than 15 years, and only 5% make it big. Among all of these, 90% of the failures and 10% of the success is because of the brand name or the brand which is created. Brand is like a door. It's like an identification to enter to the customer's mindset. We saw the options and solutions, how we identify the opportunities. We saw the genesis of opportunities are around us. Everywhere, wherever we see pain points or gain points, we can identify the opportunities. And we also are sure that any opportunity or success where idea is 5%, execution is 95%. Yes, brand name can make or break the brand, or the success or failure is attached to the brand. Let's recap the third webinar where we looked into the business model canvas. In the business model canvas, we saw the Swiggy and the Samsungs and also a few real-time case studies we picked up. Now, we need to understand as we move further we have the value proposition and the customer segments. To reach the customer segments, the value proposition is important. But to reach the customers, we need to give importance for a brand name or the organization's name. We saw how SWOT analysis helps us to move from weaknesses to strengths, convert threats into opportunities. Let's look into webinar 4 and 5. We had complete business plan construction, business plan template, and we had live real startup. We need to thank Vivek for the spicy wagon presentation. Let's understand a business plan helps us to convert idea to reality. Now, let's look into the path to wealth creation. Idea, business plan model canvas, SWOT analysis, feasibility and viability, business plan, proof of concept and testing, then brand or brand name gives us the real value. Now, all this, we need to understand that we need to give the right momentum. A little push in the right direction can make a difference, can make a big, big difference. That's the reason even brand name is also important. Today, let's look into the basics of creating a brand name. What's a brand or what's a brand name? It's an identification. Many products and services have a name or a brand name. Today, brand is business. Brand is value. Even to an extent, commodities are also branded. Please understand, we never dreamt as kids that our atta will be a branded atta. Our vegetables which come will be packed and branded. As kids, we never expected this. But today, we have commodities, we have food, we have even smallest of the smallest product also coming in the form of brand. What do you buy? And why do you buy? What are the reasons for buying any product or service? And why do you buy these products or services? Let's understand, for all good products and services, a brand name is everything. Just imagine if I tell Hero Honda, the name itself defines what the product is. We talk about motorbike, we talk about reliability, we talk about quality, we talk about mileage, we talk about efficiency. The moment we talk about the brand name, the whole product or the services, everything comes under that. So for all good products and services, a brand name is everything. When I tell Sony, just think about it. When I tell Sony, what all comes around you? Just think about it. Now, there are many brands and brand names in the market. Fine. These are the brands which we buy. We have the Puma, the Reeboks, fine, the Pepe jeans, the Indigo Nations. We have Wranglers and the Lees of the world which are available. The moment I tell Lee, it's absolutely known that it's a brand. When I tell it's Reebok, it's a brand, it means it's quality. Puma, it's a quality. The moment we see Puma with its logo, it's very clear that this is for professional athletes or professional sportsmen. So any brand, the moment the brand name comes in, there is something which tinkles in our minds. The same thing with us, with our local food products. Look at MTR, the very basis and the very basic thing of food of idli dosa, which is a vegetarian food in South India and which is our local product of Bangalore. MTR, Parle, Britannia is again our Bangalore product. You can see all these products. The moment we talk about this name, Amul, it means quality. ITC, varied products. Haldiram's, variety of snacks. Nestle, milk products. How we relate it. Just look at how the brand name itself gives business. Now we move further for our best online shopping sites in India. We have the Amazons of the world, the eBays of the world, the Flipkarts of India, the Paytm of India, the Red Bus, the Swiggies, the IRCTC, the Lenskart, the Zomato. The moment we spell a brand name, the whole business comes to us. Look at how the brand name has created complete business around it. The moment I tell Paytm, all the payment modes will come in. The moment I tell Red Bus, all the travel bookings and the hotels and the facilities will come in. Just look at these. The brand name itself is business. Now let's look at a standard brand definition. A brand is an identifying symbol. That's what we talk about. A mark or a logo, a name, a word or sentence that companies use to distinguish their product or service from others. A combination of one or more of those elements can be utilized to create a brand identity. This is a standard definition which we are looking at. Now, as we move further, let's understand a brand is not a symbol. It's not a mark. It's not a logo. It's not a name. It's not a word. It's not a sentence that companies use to distinguish their product or services from others. Definitely, it's a combination to create an identity or a brand identity. If it is not a symbol, not a mark, not a logo, not a name, not a word, then what is it? We need to be very, very, very clear how the brand psychology has changed, how the brands have changed over years. Now, how many of us know what love is? Most of us, this is very human. This is the basic thing. Or fallen in love. Yes, love lies in the eyes of the beholder. This is a very poetic thing which we have heard from our childhood. The same way, brand lies in the eyes of the buyer, of our customer, of the person who uses our product or service. Now, let's go and ask a guy or a girl what they see in each other. Fine? It'll be very difficult. Fine. Each one see something else which may not be the same. What I see, someone else will see, or a third person will see. For example, I go for a movie, Three Idiots. I may like Amir Khan. Someone else may like the director, or someone else may like the heroine in it. The same way, we have every customer who have different perceptions of the brand, and they buy for every different reason. I repeat, every customer has different perception of the brand. They buy for every different reason. Now, there is one product probably I can talk about a mobile handset. There are millions of customers and million different brand perceptions do exist. If I am buying a Samsung handset, it may be for quality and speed. For someone else, it may be a moving work office. For someone else, it can be to download and work on social media. For someone else, it can be the camera. So we have each and every customer has one or a combination of brand perceptions. So let's understand the customer empathy is design thinking. Now, whatever the brand name is created comes from knowing your customers. Now, what is a brand? A brand is a reputation. Let's understand this. A brand is a reputation. We create our own brand name. A result or a combination of quality, reliability, availability, service, value for money, sustainability, and the customer's ego of why I'm buying and much more. Now let's understand a brand is both customers' understanding and gut feeling. When we talk about customers' understanding and gut feeling of why the customer buys that product is again the result of design thinking. Look at what brand is. It's not a name, it's not a logo, it's not a symbol, it does not represent anything what the usual definition talks about. A brand is a reputation. I repeat, it is a reputation. All businesses want to be represented in the best way. Or a brand represents all stakeholders of a business. I repeat, a brand represents all stakeholders of a business. Raw material of a brand is, I repeat, raw material of a brand, how a brand is made, are the suppliers, the founders, the teams, the investors, the customers, the partners, and the whole ecosystem of the brand or a business, 360 degrees. Each person or each stakeholder relates the brand in his way as per his perceptions. Let's understand. Now, a brand is just not a name or a logo or a design. It means 360 degrees for the organization because the brand or an organization cannot work in thin air or in vacuum. It needs to work and operate and cater to all these people's requirements. How can we create a successful brand name? 1,000+ million brand names exist worldwide. What type of brand names exist? It's very tough to make a brand, create it, build it, take it to the national level or to the international level. Just look at Airtel. Airtel was a small brand where they used to sell the handset phones, regular phones, the table phones. From there, they moved in to EPABXs, then to mobile handsets. Then they got into being a service provider. Then today, Airtel is there in umpteen countries. They operate in umpteen countries. They operate internet, they operate mobile, they operate data, they operate Airtel Money. Many options are available. Now, a brand should be identified today, tomorrow, 10 years, even if it is for 100 years, it has to be identified. For example, a company like General Electric. Now, there are 10 types of brand names. Descriptive, General Electric or Cafe Coffee Day. Evocative, like Virgin, Nike, Amazon, Apple, which are from the nature. Invented, just like Google, Kodak, Xerox. These are completely new. Or lexical, it's like Burger King, Coca-Cola, Maharaja, wherein we have the names from the lexical form. Acronyms, IBM, TCS. No one talks about Tata Consulting Services. They talk about TCS, KFC, GE, General Motors, Hindustan Petroleum, ICICI Bank. Geographical, it's like India, Indian Airlines. We have Mysore sandal soap, Mysore sandal soap. Then we have something related to the founders. It's like the Tata, the JRD Tatas, the Birla, the Disney, the Fords. These are the founders who give their name attached to it. These come because probably in those days, they were famous individuals. They were powerful. They had certain ego. And also they were lazy to create these new brand names. Let's look at historical names like Tesla, Taj Hotels, Old Monk, which are related to history. Modern names are like Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. Now we have a couple of mixed names like Flipkart, Paytm, Zomato. Now when we are talking about these names were at the zero level when they started, but they had certain principles to manage it. What's your big idea? Think. What's your big brand which you want to create? Think. When you're thinking about creating a big brand, please understand you need to think holistic 360 degrees. Basics of brand name creation, we have 4 golden rules. These are time tested, and out of experience, I'm sharing my thoughts. The first golden rule: top and successful brand name is less than or equal to 7 alphabets. I repeat, top and successful brand name is less than or equal to 7 alphabets. Now you may ask, why 7 alphabets? Because mine takes 2 to 5 seconds or maximum 10 seconds to register any brand name or thought or a visual. 2 to 5 seconds. If I as a brand, if I'm not able to register in my customer's mindset or the cognition structure of the customer within 2 to 5 seconds, I'm nowhere in his memory. For example, Tata, Birla, Samsung, Dell, Apple, Honda. Just look at the relationship. These are less than or equal to 7 alphabets. You have the top mobile brands in India. We have the Apple, we have the Samsung, you have the EMI, you have OnePlus, Oppo, Nokia, Vivo, Xiaomi, Lava, Lenovo, Jio, Asus. You can see most of these or all of them follow the basic first golden rule. Now, there are names, 20% of them are successful brands, but they are more than 7 alphabets. Examples are like Alpenliebe, the chocolates, Tommy Hilfiger, or the Coca-Cola. Let's understand these brand names to retain the brand space in their consumer space. They need to spend 20% more than the competitor. They need to spend 20% of their marketing budget more than the competitor. And usually, if 5% is the budget from the profits, imagine I need to spend 20% more than the 5% of what the industry spends. So it's a big amount. Now, 20% brands are more than 7 alphabets. They need to be generic, or they need to have dictionary names if they need to be successful. Example, Cafe Coffee Day. Still the abbreviation comes out as CCD. We have Daily Bread. We have Big Bazaar. We have Shopper Stop. So we have many more. Now, these should be common generic dictionary names where we all can spell and remember. Yes, even if it is generic or dictionary names, still we need to spend 20% more than the competitor. Now, the second rule, the second golden rule, brand name must be in 2 syllables. Let's understand 80% of the brand names are within the 2 syllables, the successful brand names. It's an 80-20 rule. 20% are more than 2 syllables. Let's look at the 80% of the successful brand names. Tata. See the syllables and pronunciation. Tata, Birla, Sony, Reebok, Bata. And you can go on. You have the Honda, the Flipkarts, the Swiggy, the Infi, Infosys. Infosys is 3 syllables, but they pronounce it as Infi. That's how it's listed on the stock exchange. That's how they pronounce it. Samsung, Reva, Geo. Look at the successful brand names, how they are within 2 syllables. The acronyms, yes, LIC, IBM, TCS, these are the alphabets where their acronyms, still they need to spend at least 20% more than the competitor. The cost of keeping this brand name within the consumer's mind space, the cost is high. More than 2 syllables, once again, you need to spend. We have the third golden rule. Strictly no tongue twisters. Look at these names. I can't even pronounce it. Yes, probably it may be of that country. Schwarzkopf, Cartier, Hermes, Hublot, Breitling, Breitling. How they pronounce, it's pretty tough. So no strictly, please understand, no tongue twisters. There should be no ambiguity when you are putting your brand name and your consumer is reading that or trying to take it inside his memory space. Let's understand, there are a few names where the founder or the promoters, we get fascinated about it. We get fascinated, yes, because I must have attached my name, my family people's name, or 5 friends together, they would have created some name out of the first alphabets. But that fascination is only for the founder and promoter. But are you creating the company for yourself? Or are you creating the company for your customer? Please, you need to think about this. The customer will not think about what fascination you have. Please go back to design thinking empathize the customer, change the table or change the position what you are looking at. When you create a brand name, think from the customer's point of view, not from your point of view. The fourth golden rule. Let's understand no frown on your forehead. When I'm reading these long names or complicated names like Breitling or Cartier, my frown, there comes a frown on your forehead. The moment the eyes go thin and there's a frown on your forehead, that means there is stress happening with your mind and your thought process. To take that brand name inside your memory, it's taking an effort. The moment there is an effort, the mind rejects the brand. Let's understand. So no frown on your forehead when you are creating a brand name or designing a brand name. Fonts need to be clear and visible. Look at the fonts which are there. Geo, straight, clear fonts. Mahindra, straight, clear font. Indian Oil, very clear font. Infosys, bold and straight. Now, fonts and how we communicate our brand to the customer is very important, because again, the mind takes only 2 to 5 seconds to register. So these are the 4 golden rules of creating a brand name. And I do meet a lot of companies, lot of startups where they would have spent 2 years, 3 years, they'll be struggling to reach and take the customer space or the market penetration. And a lot of promoters have a lot of attachment to their brand names or company names. But believe me, this will not take you long, because you have designed the brand name without proper customer empathy, without customer design thinking, without understanding the mindset and the time required for your brand name to register. The moment these golden rules are not followed, your brand name will not get into the market matrix. Please understand. Now, as we move further, we have, along with the brand name, we have the logo. Now, logo is again a symbol or a design adopted by any organization or business to identify its products or services. The moment I put a logo of Tata, you will tell, yes, this is Tata. Or if I put a logo of Sony or even of Mahindra, you will tell, just by the logo, you will tell this is the company. If I put a H of Honda, you will tell this is Honda. Or a H with a round, you will tell this is Hyundai or Samsung or Toyota. We have a lot of logos which are bad, or they have failed logo designs. Major failed logo design is like the London Olympics or the New York City taxi. How do you pronounce it? NYC taxi. The moment NYC comes, you already have 3 syllables, then the taxi comes in. Then we had a brand called Masala Wok. They tried to modify it and they complicated it. Now this is a bad logo, Mama's Baking. They tried to represent a kitchen, but it talks something else. we need to be very, very sensitive about what brands and what logos we are creating. The basics of logo, symbol, or design. We have the three basic shapes of geometry which are involved in creating a logo or a design. The triangle. The triangle, usually in the XY axis, we have the growth trajectory moving from left to right hand side top. The trajectory moving from southwest to northeast. If we have X and Y, we have this. This gives the growth structure. So usually you can see brands like Flipkart, they are angled, italics. You have Mahindra, you have an italic, this one in the logo. In the Mahindra's logo, you have even a curved structure. The circle or the curved structure represents the dynamism and the change of the brand as per the industry and customers' requirements. We have the growth, we have dynamism and change, because in the industry, change is permanent. Then we have the square. The base of the square is supposed to be giving you the stability. Let's understand, any alphabet of the brand name other than the natural progression below the baseline, that is the P, Q, Y, G, these are of the natural progression below the baseline. Those are fine. But other than that, if you bring the other alphabets or you designs below the baseline, that is considered as negative. So please understand, we need to move around the brand logo, brand name logos, or the designs around these three geometric figures. Again, I go back, look at all these brand names or the logos. Pepe Jeans, only what is supposed to be down has come in. Scullers, Red Tape, John Players, Reebok. Look at Reebok. Let's look at these. The ITC, a fantastic growth company. Britannia, Parleys, look at these. Look at these brand names. The Amazons, the Paytms, the Redbus, the Swiggys, the Zomato. Just look at these brands. Look at the logos. They have followed all these three geometric requirements. There's something called as a tagline. This is the basic of, one of the basic of creating a brand name, logo. A tagline is a short, memorable description or slogan that clearly communicates the brand message. And it's very powerful. The consumer or the customer will come back again and again and again if he relates the brand tagline with him. We will see in the next slide how a consumer relates the tagline with himself. This is a short description, acts as a catchphrase of the brand and builds a brand's personality. Brands have personalities, whether they are domestic, they are industrial, whether they are executive, whether they are strong, whether they are healthy, whether they are green. Along with the colors, the tagline is also important. Now, tagline helps in positioning the brand in the market. Understand, tagline is a punchline. And most of your consumers buy the product again and again for the punchline. Because it gets into as a jingle, the tagline gets in as a jingle when the advertisements come in or when they read. The tagline is very powerful. Usually, taglines need not be designed or finalized as soon as the brand name or the brand logo is created. Yes, understand, the brand name, the logo, and the punchline all change. If you look at what Tata's started 100 years back and what they are today is completely different. The Aditya Birla Group, when they started, it was different. Today, it's different. The Coffee Day, when they started, it was different. Today, it's different. So look at these brand names. There's nothing wrong in changing your logo or design or your brand name or your tagline as the market moves. Look at Airtel. They had a straight Airtel, then they went into a logo which was more progressive. Look at these taglines. It's very powerful. Nike, just do it. It gives us energy. It gives us passion. It gives us motivation. It initiates. It does not make you stop. It makes you go every day, again and again. Just do it. Keep performing. Apple, think different. You're not normal. You're not common. You are a brand. You are unique. You have a class. That's what Apple talks about. Amul, the taste of India. It's like Amul has one of the strongest distribution network in the country is of Amul. So it gives its products from starting from Cochin, Kerala to Kashmir, from Northeast to Gujarat. Everywhere you will find the product. And hence they call it as the taste of India. Now in India, Pepsi came to fame after this. Yahi hai right choice, baby. Still you remember, lot of the stars talking about yahi hai right choice. By the punchline, they were able to capture at least 2 to 3% of the market. Thumbs up, taste the thunder. This gives a more of a macho feeling. Lot of youngsters, they drink thumbs up with a context that it's a strong macho feeling they get. They relate the brand name and the tagline with themselves. Surf, daag achhe hain. Usually when we get our shirts or pants dirtied when we were kids, we were scared of it. We used to get good beatings at home. But today, they have changed the whole version. Daag achhe hain. So go play. See the context, how they are changing. Look at Mahindra's new tagline. Very simple, very powerful. Rise. And you look at the advertisements, or let it be the print media or the videos, they're so powerful. Just rise. The moment you rise, you're growing. The moment you rise, you're in action. The moment you rise, you can move and run. So powerful is a tagline. Look at our old Indian Asian paints. Har ghar kuch kehta hai. There is uniqueness in every home. There is some communication which every home's colors and designs give. It brings in that ego of my home is unique. My home is mine. Look at how it relates the customer and the family with the paint. And the most powerful of all, which changed the scenario in the mid-90s, Rasna. I love you, Rasna. Still that jingle of the kid saying, I love you, Rasna, in the last, it's in our heads. And this I love you, Rasna was the claim for fame for Rasna becoming #1 in the country. So taglines are very, 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 very powerful. So don't hesitate to keep on improvising the taglines. Now, for today, we had the brand name, the logo, and the tagline. These are the basics for creating any brand or a brand name or a logo for any startup or for any business. Sincere request, we have lot of startups which come, which we cannot pronounce their names at all. And because of that, we can't remember them. We remember them with the name of the promoter or director, but not with the name of the startup or the product or a brand. Please understand, wherever the brand name cannot be remembered, that means your product or a brand is a failure. I should not remember a startup with its promoters' names. I need to remember the startup with its brand name. For example, I had Einstein's High. We had Spicy Wagon in our webinar series where we had these brand names which came in. They're so easily we can remember them. So please give importance for the brand name, logo, or tagline. And I wish you all the best to create your new brand names. Don't hesitate to ask for help. Don't hesitate to ask for support. Please do not hesitate to go and keep renewing your brand name, logo, and tagline until and unless it is really good and perfect. Take support of professionals. Once you create a brand name, logo, or a tagline, go to your consumers, go to market, ask them, what do you feel? How they relate it? After a lot of research, then of design thinking, of customers' empathy, then you can freeze on your brand names, logo, and tagline. Believe me, we all create products. We all create services. We put in a lot of technology. We put in a lot of efforts and create. What is unique? If someone is doing an app, even I am doing an app. Someone is selling commodities online, even I am selling. If they are selling fashion clothes, I am also selling. What is different? The difference is the brand name, the punchline or the tagline, what you create, or how impactful is your logo. When the customer is sleeping, can my brand name be remembered and can he keep on recollecting it? Just think about it. The moment I put my logo, will he remember the service and the product which I am creating and the brand name which I have created? Think of that. I think today I would request you to come out with as many question and answers so that we answer. Safina ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are here now for
Yes.
Q&A.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much for the amazing and insightful session, sir. Now we understand the right essence of the marketing and the branding. And to all the attendees here today, what's your takeaway from today's session on branding? Can you come back to the chat box and type your questions so that we can answer all your questions? Okay, sir, we have a question.
Yes.
I named Wingo Footwear Private Limited, reserved incorporation in the process at MCA for my footwear manufacturing. How much company name is okay? Can I rename my product in different name?
That's the Wingo footwear, right?
Yes, Wingo Footwear.
Wingo, if you can see, it follows the rules.
Yeah.
It follows the 4 golden rules of branding. It is 5 alphabets, less than 7, and it comes into 2 syllables. Wing and go, Wingo. Now, the challenge here is to convert this name and give a strong logo to this. So, if I'm right, please check whether these names are available in the, oh, you already have registered, then please check whether this brand name is available in the trademark registry. You can always talk to us. We can support you on the trademark and copyrights and then the design of the logos.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. I think the question has been answered. And for my company, Halal Basket, what is the tagline do you suggest?
I won't suggest, you have to come out with the tagline, then we will talk about it.
How much actually we should spend?
If I have to suggest, then I will create my own brand. You need to understand, as you are the person who is providing services, it is your brand name and your customer target and market. You need to come out with options, then discuss with us.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. How much actually we should spend for our digital marketing to position our brand?
Now, it all depends on what type of product we are doing. Is it a product or a service? The amount to be spent for a brand to reach a customer depends on the product, the geography, the customer segment, what is the value for the customer, how much the customer can pay for it. Now, there are many variants and constraints to create a budget. Usually, we have a marketing budget on product companies, manufacturing and product companies from 2 to 5%, to services companies where it can go up to 15 to 20%. So it all depends on the product and service and various different requirements to create a budget. So we just can't say that this is the budget. Usually it is 2 to 5 for product and manufacturing. And if it is a new product, then it can go up to 10%. Or if it is services, it can be anywhere between 5% to 20%. It depends on the competition and the profitability of the product or service.
Thank you so much, sir. I think this is the answer which is applicable for all the product and service industry in general. We have a company, Homestyle Industries. Can we brand the name Have India? We have Homestyle India. We can also create HSI as a brand. Please suggest. Our tagline is make your home feel like a house.
Make your home feel like a house is a very long tagline. It becomes a sentence.
Yeah.
And keeping India in your brand name is a challenge. You need to talk to the trademark ministry, trademark registry for getting the clearance for the word India. India, international, universal, global, all these names need to get clear. We need to get clearance from the trademark registry.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to, okay, all right. Do taglines also have a copyright, patents, and trademark registry?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I put my company name as a best solutions and the tagline is exploring hidden facts. Is it suitable name?
Exploring hidden facts. What are you trying? What is the name?
The company name is Best Solutions.
Best solutions you have given. And
Yes.
what is the tagline?
Exploring hidden facts.
Exploring hidden facts.
Yes.
Okay. Let's look at best solutions. Now, what best solutions you're giving? You're giving best solutions for plumbing, for electrical, for books, for services, door delivery, or you're giving technology, or you're giving food. I don't know what services you're giving. The moment you tell best solutions, it becomes a very generic name. You need to give, in addition to that, something. Best home solutions, best IT solutions, best food services. Something should be attached to that. If I'm right, if you go with this name for ROC, for getting the name clearance, this name will not be cleared easily. Because best solutions does not give complete input of what this company is doing. What are the objectives of the company or services? So until and unless you have clarity on what these best solutions are, you will not be getting it, because this is a very generic name. You may not get the name also. When you are not able to get the name, exploring hidden facts. What hidden facts? Are you in the agency where you are trying to identify and do espionage? Or are you trying to get some data out of different systems? Or are you creating real historic facts you are removing? There's no clarity. So please, I would suggest both these tagline and the name, both don't have clarity. I may not be able to suggest you more on this.
Thank you, sir. My business brand is Riatech and the comment tagline is affordable online presence.
Riatech what? I think I would request all of Riatech online. Riatech means what technology you are giving.
Yes.
We are not clear.
Yeah.
It is Riatech, fine. But
Yes.
what is this tech you are giving? Is it like your technology solutions you are giving? If you are in Bangalore or if you are in IT, if you are giving technology solutions, then the technology solutions are for whom? You need to be a little bit clear on that. Website solutions, I can see him posting it here. Then you need to be very clear.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. While you're please posting your questions, please be very clear and crisp in terms of like what exactly you're looking out from our side so that we will be able to address in a right way. Okay. Can you please mention about the trademark and its registrations?
See, any brand, any company, let's start with the company name. Any company name, if we have to register, we have to get a clearance from the registrar of companies. We need to give 4 to 5 optional names to the chartered accountant or to the attorney, and they will check whether those names are available with the registry or not, or has someone else registered that name, or there is already an existing company. There may be a similarity between that company and this company. So the first challenge is to create and get a unique name registered under the ROC, under the Ministry of Company Affairs, number one. Next, any brand name, any logo, any design you create it, you have to definitely contact the intellectual property rights department, again through DIPP or through your attorney, where you have to register your trademark and your logo and your tagline. Tagline will come under copyright, the logo will come under the trademark. So please understand, until and unless you don't register these, going to the market, people can just copy it and take it further. Imagine you're a small startup, you have created a product, you have given a fantastic tagline. By the time you design and come to the market, there may be a big player who would have started a similar product line or a division. He will just pick up this tagline and then go to the market before you. So it's like you are creating a tagline and then feeding him to grow. Until and unless you don't have the registration done, please don't go out in the market. Please talk to trademark and copyright attorneys and get your trademarks, logos, copyrights, taglines, everything done.
Thank you, sir. What is the significance of a colors in designing a logo?
See, colors, yes, I have not touched on colors, because if I touch on colors and designs, it will take another one session. Colors are different for different industry. For example, for food, red, orange, and green. These are like for good food, hunger, and for hot or fresh. For vegetables or fresh, we have green. Then we have, for corporates, we have blue. We have black and white for a lot of fashion brands. For young brands, we have vibrant colors. So colors itself is a different subject under study. Yes, colors also they are an important factor in creating the brand name. And if someone have created your brand names and logos, if you want to rework on colors, please get in touch with us. We'll help you out.
Yes. Can I brand my e-commerce online website as Easy Shop?
Check whether Easy Shop is available or not. Because Easy Shop, if I understand, is already registered. It's already an organization, it's already a brand, it's already registered, the trademark is done. So please, you need to go back to an attorney and check whether this trademark is available or not. As per me, it's not available.
I have an engineering design company for automotive. The tagline is "We engineer solution," means no matter where the challenges are, solutions are with us.
See, we engineer solutions. The moment you give this punchline, it can be for any engineering product, or it can be any engineering service. So it's a reasonably good tagline.
The next question is Royal Bangalore Hospital, and we call it as RBH. Is this a long name, please?
Royal Bangalore Hospital, I think I have heard this somewhere. Now, RBH, to create this brand name will take quite a long time. But calling it as Royal Bangalore Hospital, because Royal Bangalore is a name of a city, that is the geography. Royal is a generic name. Hospital is a service. I think calling it as Royal Bangalore Hospital is more easier than remembering it as RBH.
Thank you so much, sir. With this, we have come to an end of the question and answers session. In case if I have missed out any question, please do get in touch with us offline and we will be able to address as many questions as possible. And to announce a few announcements here. So for the attendees here today, and as we have come to an end of a startup entrepreneurship seminar series sessions, and we covered almost like 5 series. That is like be it ideation and design thinking, tear down of options and solutions, business canvas model, business plan construction 1, business plan construction 2. And at the same time, I understand that we had given certain activities to be completed, that is business model canvas, and at the same time, business plan construction. So those who have not submitted your business canvas model and as well as business plan construction, from today, you are having next 3 weeks to complete your business plan construction and submit to us for further mentoring sessions on one-on-one. And the people who have not submitted business canvas model, from today, you are having 1 week to submit so that you can avail our mentoring sessions. Yes. So what is next? Since we have come to an end, so now going forward, we will be having a mentoring sessions. Yes, sir. Please, you have something to add?
Yes, yes. There is a question by Mr. Mukhi. Can
Yeah.
we trademark the idea and concept of a business?
Yeah.
Idea and a concept cannot be trademarked. Idea and a concept has to be patented. There's a one more intellectual property right. Idea or a concept has to be patented. Now, for that is a different intellectual property right. Trademark, copyright, GI, geographical indication, and patent. These are the 4 intellectual property rights. So trademark, you cannot have idea and concept of a business. You cannot trademark that. You have to patent it. Yeah, please.
Yeah, and there is another question that they are requesting me to ask. I Eat Fresh is the business name. So is the above name fulfilling the requirements? And the business is I Eat Fresh. That means they are providing a fresh food for the orders what they receive. It's a customized menu.
Okay, what is the question? I Eat Fresh, I got it. What is the question?
So is the name is fulfilling for the requirements?
If you are selling only fresh food or fresh vegetables, I think this name is fine. Other than this, if you see, let's understand how we create a name also. The moment we create specific names, I eat fresh, other than fresh, you cannot sell anything. And other than what is possible to eat or consume, other than that, you cannot sell. So be very clear what brand names you are creating it. Don't specify company names or brand names if you have many options or services which you want to do. If it is I Eat Fresh, yes, it is a good name for a specific targeted product and service.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. So should I proceed? So shall we close for the question and answer
Yes,
session?
please.
Thank you so much for your patience and attending all the series. And thank you, a special thanks to Jilani sir for having such a wonderful content and at the same time empowering with all your insights and learnings. As you always tell that you're providing everything is in the form of a capsules, right? So your 30 years of experience, you're providing in the form of a capsules for all the entrepreneurs and at the same time the people who are into a startup industry. Thank you so much. This means a lot for all of us. And since we have covered all the 5 series and today we covered about the branding also. So what's next? So next Saturday onwards, we don't have a series, right? So what's next? Does any participants has any questions in their mind? What's next? Okay, so multiple people are keep asking me about the business plan templates and the canvas model. We have already shared quite a few times in the emails and as well as in the WhatsApp group. Those who have not received any of this, please get in touch with my team. Okay, so Mr. Mas is here. You can get in touch with him. He will be able to share all the templates with you. Yeah. I would like to go ahead and just share. Moving forward, we all have like mentoring sessions, and to attend the mentoring sessions conducted by Muslim Industrialist Association, we request all of you to please submit your business canvas model and as well as business construction plan. Business construction template, so that we can go ahead for the mentoring sessions. And at the same time, as we promised, for the people who will be attending the continuous sessions right from the session 1 until now, we are having a gala gathering which we are going to announce in our WhatsApp group, and personally our team will get in touch with you so that we will be attending a gala gathering, and we will be issuing the certificates, and at the same time you will be having a lot of announcements. So with this, thank you so much for attending this Startup Entrepreneurship Seminar Series. And thanks to Jila sir for having this amazing series. And at the same time, thank you Muslim Industrialist Association for organizing this wonderful event. If you have any questions, we are here for next 5 minutes. Please post your questions. Otherwise, we will be ending this.
You need a session on marketing, you need a session on logo colors. Yes, we will plan another series, specialized series, and we'll get back to you.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for all the participants for extending your support. Yes, sir.
Are we rolling out the names of participants who have participated all the 5 years now?
Sir, that's a surprise that they will be side, and by the announcement they might have already known like who has attended the complete series until now.
Okay.
But still,
Yes.
I think if you can announce off, that will be good enough.
All right. Can I request my team member Mars to just display the names? Can I request Mars to please display the names? Meanwhile, we display the...
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. You were adding something. You can please proceed.
No, if you have any more queries of specific sessions required, if you have any queries or any specific sessions required, please get back to us.
Yes.
Can we just announce those names?
Yes, sir. That's
I
what
think,
I'm displaying the names.
Instead of,
no. I think sharing the screen is finding it difficult. It may be an internet challenge. So what I would request is you can post it in the group. That will be good enough.
That should be fine.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much. Please post all the sessions what you require on the group, WhatsApp group. We will again come back after 2 weeks with new series of sessions, specialized sessions.
Yes.
So can we log out?
Meanwhile, yeah, sir, I just have a small announcement.
Yes.
Meanwhile, please complete business canvas model and the business plan, business plan template for us to proceed further for any sessions, because without this, we will not be able to take it forward. So people who have already received, we shall get back to you. Sorry, people who have submitted, we shall get back.
Now, just for information, we have finalized around 10 startups from this group where we are ready to mentor them and then proceed with the funding. So please understand, you need to complete your business model canvas, then complete your business plan completely, one after other, come back to us, then we will help you get into launching the product or service, and we'll also support you with seed funds. This is for all other folks who have not sent their business model canvas or business plans. If you are serious about your startup, please get serious, wake up now and start moving.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. I think we have completed most of the information that we are supposed to give it to all the participants. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, please post in the group. Yeah, the group is like currently we are allowed to send the messages only by admins. The reason is, in spite of setting the group rules, we are continuously receiving the promotional messages. So we are really very sorry for that. I think you will understand the intents of setting up the rules. And we request all of you to please follow the group rules so that we can go ahead and allow everyone to post the messages in the group. So thank you so much. We shall surely open up the group settings to send all the participants to share their views. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for being with us for past 6 weeks. Thank you very much. See you soon with the next series. Good night. Take care. All the best for your business model canvas and business plan, and also for the test launches. Thank you very much.
Yes, and
Good
not
night.
to forget the timeline, please.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you,
Yes, sure.
Jilani bhai. Thank you so much for those wonderful and thought-provoking and mind-igniting sessions that you have conducted. Absolutely brilliant, effort from your end. And
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Thank you,
Thank
Safi.
you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts and experiences.
yeah, just elated by your presence here. Alhamdulillah, it was very enriching for all of us. And thank you, Safina. Thank you, Mas, for that wonderful support that you have given. And inshallah, soon we will come back with many more such seminars and sessions going forward. Thank you once again.
you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you a lot, sir.